and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and this disarray is the fact that I need to update / sort out my logbook. So I did print some pictures earlier for the new paintings that I need to add to my inventory and my stash. I also am going to split my logbook up. I think it will be a lot easier for me to have it split into two. It's getting quite full. It could cope with more, but I do find that because I've got the extra bookmarks in and the extra dividers in, that I could do with splitting things up. Now, I did write down for these 4 that I need to add to my stash, I did write down the purchase details, so I didn't have to go hunting for them. However, when I pulled all my logbook stuff out, I realised that I haven't even documented these 2 yet that I've taken pictures of. So, we're going to fly by the seat of our pants in a way, and it might be a little bit chaotic, but hopefully it will all even and calm itself down, because I thought I had these in there. Obviously, because I've printed the pictures, my brain has thought it's done, and it's not. So I have my thicker logbook, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have my stash in one of them. So this is the Add More Zest logo in round that I started. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the stash in one, and I'm going to have my spares and my completed, so my actual logbook, in another. So first thing I want to do is I want to sort out my bookmarks. So I'm going to move my stash over, and I'm going to see if this will fit into the thinner rings, though it might not. If it doesn't, then we might just have to move it back. So the first thing I've got is my square paintings, and this is where I haven't got everything out that I needed. I want my Dymo label, and I'm sure I ordered, and this is where I now wonder where I put it, the Dymo label in clear. I'm sure I ordered it from Amazon, and I can't see it at all because I want to put labels on my bookmarks so I don't keep hunting. But I can't think. Oh, I've got one more drawer I may have put it in, depending on how my brain was working that day. There's a couple of places I may have put it. No, they're glue dots. Or have I put it in my diamond painting cart? That is the question for everybody. Where have I put it? I'm sure I ordered it. Maybe I need to check if I did indeed order it at all. See, this is where disarray starts. I know I didn't put it in because that is white paper, but I'm not sure where I've put it. Oh, found it. Found it. I hung it up on my pegboard. Okay. So this is a Dymo refill, but it is clear plastic. So it's a transparent one rather than a paper one, which means I will still be able to see my pretty bookmark parts. So let's see how this works. So first up we have square. Couldn't find the U. It's because it's not in keyboard form, it's in alphabet form. So let's see if this sizing works for my bookmarks. It would be handy because this is the size I use for everything. Oh, it doesn't like to cut the clear ones. That is half cut, half ripped, but that's fine because we can trim it down. Because it's clear, I don't need the same excess on either side. So that's the sizing that I've done. That looks like it will work. So first bookmark. Oh. First label, and I want it to be higher up. Do I want it to be that high up? This is the question. Let's try in the middle, and then I'm just going to cut the excess off the label so that now it says square, and that's not even in the middle. It's a good job this is forgiving, isn't it? Because now I'm getting fussy. I think that's in the middle. So, bookmark in. Okay, now I have too many bits of rubbish lying about. So let's move those out of the way. Let's put the white Dymo label tape the first place I looked. It's always the trick. If you find it somewhere else, put it back the first place that you looked. And then move over the square, my stash page, followed by my square stash. And there may be some of these that I need to take out, move about. I'm going to look at that in a moment. Then I have large square. And do I do round as the same? I do. So large space, and then I want to insert a symbol, the dash, and then I want a capital S. And that's not printed right because it wouldn't cut right. It's as though I've stretched it. Doesn't like to cut this. Okay, let's press print again, and maybe we just cut them after they come out. No, that's not sitting right. Maybe, oh, I've pulled it out of its little holder. Okay, so clear plastic does not like to cut the same way as paper does. So let's see if that one prints right. You see they've not been actually printing on it right because I pulled it out of the tab. Okay, so that one's all right. So let's change that to an R and print, and we'll just have to cut them with scissors after they come out. So what else do I need? I need round. R-O-U-N-D, print. So round, I've done the large R to save me retyping it. Special, S-P-E-C-I-A-L, print. Then I've got my spares. SP, in fact let's do the same as what it says. So my spares, and then I want my logbook. If it doesn't fit, I can always crimp the first part off. So then my logbook, oh, 2 O's would be handy. There we go. So that is all the labels I need for my bookmarks. And now, if I take that out, I can actually just chop it with my scissors and do it that way. Job's a good one. Okay, Dymo label away. So let's go back to where we were. That is one that I've done. So we're on large S. So now I'm just going to cut it out. Peel my backings off. In fact, let's try and keep my rubbish contained. Try and make sure I've got it in the middle. Middle and straight would be handy, but it's very forgiving. Chop off the top. That tells me that these are my large square. So let's see, can I take them all out together? Sometimes it lets me, sometimes it doesn't. It depends how many. So large square. Then I've got my round. So let's chop out round and pop that on. I had a sinking feeling for a moment that I actually hadn't picked up the clear tape and that I'd just put it in my Amazon basket and forgotten about it. But we're all good. So round. Okay, I've got too many rounds in here. So we'll do those in batches. Round. And more round. Maybe I do need to put these in the book with the big book rings. How are we doing? Oh, we're still doing okay. We can still get more in. And then I actually don't want the same bookmark. So let's, because I do already have a grey one first. So I have grey, purple, then blue. So I'm going to go for orange. And I'm on the large round. So let's trim off either side. Switch to the orange. I can still put the grey one in what will be this book. So large -R. Large round. How many of those have I got? They're all my large rounds. So let's bob those in, and I'm sure there's some of those that need to move over. Mother Earth definitely does. Okay, special. Let's pinch this one. And special is actually only a list. So let's pop that in already. And then special. This is why this is half organised chaos. I've got a few different things that I need to do before I can even enter my new ones. And I have a lot to sort out that I've already completed, because I meant to do this last month. It's been a video that I've had down to do for March, and we're now well into April. I've done loads of diamond painting and haven't sorted it out. So that is now just my stash. So I've got square, large, round, and special, all labelled in there. What I might do actually is put a label on the front. So let me grab my label maker out again and actually print one that says my stash. and then I know, excuse me, which book is which book. So we've printed, it says battery low on my diamond label maker. It says battery low every single time I turn it on, and it's been going on for months now. So I ignore it until it doesn't work. So this is just still a small one. I probably could have got away with increasing the font size, but seeing as this is the font size I seem to use for everything, I've decided to just keep it at this. And I'm just going to put a clear one underneath Logbook that just says my stash, but it's not straight, and I'm actually going to cut that top part off so it doesn't go over the top of Logbook. Just a little bit neater, but let's get it in the middle of the diamond. That's better. So that one says my stash. Okay. So that is my stash logbook. This one is the rest. So let's take that one out because that needs filling in. Let's start this one with the green for my spares, and then do my logbook on the grey, because then I've not got the same bookmark on the front of each and every one, because that could get confusing if I get used to the fact that the one that I go to pick up with the grey bookmark at the front is my stash. So this one says my logbook. In fact, I don't need to trim any off that one. I must have put it further down. So my logbook, and then my spares. I do need to change the book rings in this one though, back to smaller ones. And then I'll keep hold of the bigger ones for when that gets too big, because I have a feeling that my stash is going to go bigger than my completed at the rate I'm going. So my spares, in fact, why am I even putting that in? I need to change the book rings. So let me grab, I don't know if I've grabbed enough. Let's see if it'll let me do it in one. No, it's not going to. So let's take the cover off. Let's take the bookmark out because they're thicker. My stash will come out, my spares will come out in one. Logbook, will that now let me take it off? No. So let's, oh, the back cover's come off. Let's do it this way then, because I don't want to get confused on which order this is in. So let's put the smaller book rings on here. Did I grab enough? 3, 4, I did. So that's 8 of those. Then I can put my spares. And my list of spares. Then my logbook. And then I can transfer this over a few at a time and try and keep them in order. Because of course the back of one page goes with the one on the right. So I don't want to get them muddled up, because that will just make life hard work. And then I will keep these bigger ones. I'll pop them back in the little baggie. Okay, and then I can put, so that is a lot thinner but hopefully that will get a lot bigger. So at the minute, my stash is a lot bigger than my spares list and my logbook. But that is the way life goes. That is extra logbook pages, which I'm going to do something with. Canvas stickers. Okay, so let's put my bigger book rings to one side for when I will need them. Hopefully in my logbook before I need it in my stash, but you never know. I've got my Tipp-Ex there. So let's put them on top of my pouch. I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to treat myself to a second pouch or whether I'm going to keep them together or not. Okay. So let's see what out of my stash needs to go into my logbook, and then I can do one at a time. So Admiral's S logo in square definitely needs to go in there. So when did I finish that one, the square one? Let me have a look. Let's have a look. Breakdown. I broke it down in March. I did the breakdown video. I did it on the 16th of March. So for square, I'm going to go for finishing it in March because I'm pretty sure there wasn't a lot between it. So March 2021, that was finished. I'm actually going to put square on there because I had two the same. I want to make sure that when I look at it, I know exactly which one it is. So that was done. So they are still in my stash. That is still in my stash. National Parks is not still in my stash. That was also finished. So let's move that out. When did I finish that one? So I prepared it in March. No, I didn't. I broke it down in March because I then followed and prepped up the other ones. So that is also one I finished in March 2021. I may have even kicked that up in March 2021. Who knows? Okay, so Mystery is still a painting. Foxes Loving Lockdown. So that is all the ones that need to come out of there. Do I put the ones in that need to go in? No. Let's one thing at a time. Large square paintings. Flying Feathers I have started but not finished. So this is the one that I am currently doing, is Flying Feathers. And I started that in April 2021. But that's still ongoing. I'm going to leave it in here. Quite often I would move this out now because I am in the middle, because I've started it. But I want to make sure that I update this. And I think if I take it out, I won't update this. I'm still establishing the best system for my logbook. And I know it's definitely best for me to update them in bulk. So i.e. to update them once a month. I want to try and potentially, I know it's the end of April now. So I will probably do the next one beginning of June. I want it to sort of be a first of the month thing, and I might even put it into my YouTube schedule as a beginning of the month. I always update my logbook for the previous month. So I want this one, because I've started it but not yet finished it, I want to leave it in here so I can fill in the month that I finished it. So in effect, I'll be putting in that if I do finish it next month in May, when I'm doing my logbook update at the beginning of June, I will know that I completed everything the previous month because I'm at the first of the month. Let's see if it works. So large square, all the rest are still in my stash. I do have more to add, but I'll do that in a bit. Round. So add more zest logo. Here, I've done that one. I finished that this month. So I finished that in April 2021. So I need to take that out. There it is. Add more zest logo. Let's make that round. So I know I've finished that one. I don't think I have pulled out any more, but I am just going to double check if there's any that I've actually done and not realised. I don't think so. I've just had a look down the list, but I am actually going to have a look at the actual pictures, because sometimes that is easier for me, is to look at the actual pictures. Have I done one that I've not realised I have actually completed? And the answer is no. I actually have quite a few rounds in my stash, but now I've done those logos, maybe I'll get onto them. Okay, large round, Diamond Art Club, Mother Earth, completed. There she is with her big stickers. So let's take her out. She needs filling in a bit. So Diamond Art Club, Mother Earth, that was finished this month. I finished it with the whip and chat, didn't I? So that was finished in April 2022. And that makes me think, did I put 2021 on one of these? I did. How have I lost a year when we're 4 months into it? Did I do it on the square as well? I did. Doesn't help me if I'm just putting the month, if I still put the wrong month. Okay, so large rounds. I haven't completed any of the other large rounds because, of course, the next one that I kitted up after that was Flying Feathers, which is still in here. It's my only non-Heaven and Earth design ongoing painting. So all the rest stay in there. And then special, I've not actually completed any of those. Okay, so any that have been completed, I've taken out of here. I do have ones that need adding in, but I've taken out the ones. So I actually have some that I need to both add in and mark as completed. So I think what I'll do is I'll do my new stash and pictures first, because these need to go over here. So if I do this, then I'm have to go back and do it again. So let's do any new ones and get these new ones away off my desk, out the way. So I have a couple of smaller ones. So this is one of them. I actually have a couple that I printed pictures for that I have unboxed, but the videos haven't gone up yet. So the next time I do the logbook, I've already got stuff to add. But this one is the letter R that I unboxed recently. I decided to add this one to my stash. It is a round, so there's a few different things that I need to do. So the size of this one is down as a 30 by 30. It is a poured glue. It is a full drill. It has 21 colours. It's a round. It does have DMC numbers. It's not got any ABs. Total number of drills. I didn't bring my phone, so let me find a calculator on my computer. Calculator. Let's open that up. So the actual size of this canvas is smaller than the 30 by 30. So we're talking 25, I'm going to say, by 25. So 25 by 25 by 14 equals, that's the sum I'm using, isn't it? I had a notebook page that I wrote it on. Oh, it's in here. In fact, maybe I need to move this over. This is the calculating that I use. It is not exact, but I use width times length times 14 for round and times 16 for square. So let's put that in the book that holds my stash because it makes sense. So for this one, it says it is 8,750. And then I have an image of the letter R, which I will cut down when I actually go to do it. But I like to have the room to leave that on if I want to, for any future, future ensemble of a completed painting. So letter R, I've got all my delivery details, I've got my drills, I've got my canvas, and then all my thoughts on what's finished gets done in the second half. Now I do need to put this away. So these are my canvas organisation stickers. So this is called the letter R. It's a 30 by 30 or close enough, so I'm happy to record it's a 30 by 30. It is from DIY Digital Art and it is a round. And then I want another sticker saying exactly the same thing. 30 by 30, DIY Digital Art, and it is a round. One of these goes on my canvas, and the other one I'm going to put on the diamonds. See if they all fit in this bag. Quite often I can get a 30 by 30 or even a smaller one in here. So just sort of go a rough amount and then chop it. And say I can often get all the diamonds into one of these small A6 bags, which just helps my spare diamond storage to stay a little bit more organised, because a lot of the small paintings are in small bags. Pop my sticker on there, and then my diamonds in round. As you can see, I have a lot of small round paintings and they all sit in this drawer, and then my bigger ones sit here. So that is my diamonds away. And then for the painting itself, for the round painting itself, I can pop that on my hanger and hope I haven't got that many that they're all going to fall off. Okay, so where am I? Round, there's round. I need to add this. So we've got letter R, and it's a 30 by 30. Now I do also put these paintings in the app, in my Tiny Decisions app, for it to choose what painting I'm doing. I will double check the app before I go to use it, and I'll just use this list to check that I've got everything entered in, and that's when I'll add this in, because I've not got my phone here and I'm not messing anymore. Okay, they're squares. Let's have a look. This welcome home, is that a round or a square? This is a round. So let's do this other small round while I'm here. So that is this one. And this one I've called Welcome Home. So this is one from Coodials. So it is a 30 by 40 canvas. It is a poured glue and a full drill. It has 29 colours. It is a round. It does have DMC numbers. And size-wise, we are on 34, or just short of, 34 by 24, 34 by 24 by 14. So this one has more, 11,424-ish diamonds. It has a lot. And that is this one. I'm just double checking in my head that I've got everything written down that I need to. I may need to write myself a little to-do list yet, but I think that's going to happen when it comes to my completed. I brought in my computer because I realised that I had a load of completed that I hadn't organised. Okay, so welcome home. Welcome home. 30 by 40. Not yet completed, of course. So let's pop that one in the back. And let's sort out the canvas and the diamonds, because these are actually the last ones that I need these stickers for, I think, because the big ones I keep in their boxes because I find it's easier. So welcome home, 30 by 40. This one was from Coodials. It's a round. Same again. 30 by 40. Coodials. And it's a round. So the first thing I'm going to do on this one is get this on the canvas, and I'm going to get the canvas hung up and out the way. Now for this one, I want to put it underneath my others because it is longer and it does tend to flatten itself down over time. It will tend to get a little bit flatter. I could put it underneath the others as well and it would possibly help, but it's been curled up for a while. Okay, toolkit can go in my multitude of spare I don't need toolkits. I also actually have their little branded thing, so maybe if I go to it, maybe I stick this on here as well in case I decide I want it. And that's just when I complete it and put everything in my book. I might decide that I want this. Just as something a little bit different to keep hold of. Maybe, maybe not. There are many times I've saved something in here and then decided I don't want it. But that's fine too. At least I've got the options. Okay, so I need a small bag. Have I got any small ones left? I do. They're hidden. And these all come in individual packets. So let's get them out of the bag. Get rid of the rubbish. And see if I can get all these to fit. which is probably a little bit more hit and miss, because they come in the individual bags, and it is a 30 by 40, but I reckon I can get them to fit. I said that a little bit more confidently in the fact that I'd put most of them in there, and I only had a few more left to go. And then I also have the inventory sheet, which I know I'll use when I kit it up. So let's pop that in. And then I'm still going to put my sticker on the front, because that's what I look at to match my diamond painting canvas. And I'm going to pop that in the same tub as I pulled up before. Okay, 2 diamond paintings away. So let's now work on the big ones. I don't need them anymore. In fact, Picasso is first. So this is Picasso, excuse me, knocking that, from Diamond Art Studio. I need this. I was going to pull up the website to find out the size and stuff, but I need to know the DMC, how many DMC numbers. So I have, of course, all the diamonds. It has ABs in as well. Woohoo! It's going to be so. I haven't done a Diamond Art Studio that has ABs in as well yet. Okay, so it's a 50 by 60. 50 by 60. It is poured glue, full drill. It has 34 different colours. It is a square, and it has AB. It does have DMC numbers, and then I've got the purchase details. I will work out the total number of drills in a minute. Diamond Art Studio is a true size, so I don't need to measure that. So that is 1 down. And then I'm actually going to do this one at the same time, because this is also a square, so I may as well fill in the front book with them both. This one is Santorin Greece from Carrot Art, which I unboxed very recently. This one is also a square with AB. So let's fill in the details on this one. So this is a 45 by 65. It is a poured glue. It's a full drill. It has 55 colours. It's a square with AB, and it does have DMC numbers. So that's all I need off the canvas. Oh, I'm so excited to do both of these. So these will now get added to my app as well. So once I finish Flying Feathers, these 2 will be in the running, along with all my other multitude of large paintings that I have to do. Okay, hang on. I was trying to work out why the canvas wasn't fitting back in, and I forgot that Carrot Art do send drills with all of theirs. Toolkits, sorry, with all of theirs. I'm going to take that out just because I don't tend to use that. Okay, total drills. So this time I will be timesing it by 16. But 50 by 60 by 16, and they may well tell you on the website how many there is, but I'm not going that far to looking into it. So that's 1, and then I want 45 by 65 by 16, 4, 6, 800. Okay. Get in there. That's Picasso, that's Greece. So let's get the pictures added on here, and then I can sort out the ones that I am extremely behind on and have not added to my logbook in a reasonable time. I can deal with my past mistakes and past forgetfulness. I do put the pictures, or I try to put the pictures in roughly different places on the paper, and that's just so that when I put them into the book, they are not the whole book's not wadding out due to all the pictures being in the same place. Okay, so we have DAS for Diamond Art Studio Picasso, and that is a 50 by 60. The only square one I've completed is Mr. Quacker's. And then I have Santorin, Greece, and that one is a 45 by 65. Okay, so that one can go in, and that can go in. Okay, so I do still need this book, but I only need this book now to add these mini square sets that I haven't even written a logbook page for. See, this is how I've got behind on my logbook. This is why I need to schedule it in for every single, for the beginning of every single month. So I'm just going to pull them up on Paint Gem's website. In fact, here's one of them. Houseplants first. So, mini houseplants. And they are classed size-wise as, in centimetres, 8 by 12. And they are a 12 piece. So I'm going to put 12 PC, and I'm going to put April 2022 as having completed them. And then mini cocktails. And they are classed as, where are they? There they are. Mini cocktails, they're classed as the same, 8 by 12, and they're also a 12 piece. I'm sure they were, yeah, 12 piece. Luckily, this website tells me the amount of colours and stuff as well, though I haven't dekitted them yet, so maybe I'll use that. So saved the memory card twice, and I haven't even got to the point of finishing the others off. Okay, so mini houseplants, 8 by 12, 12 piece, finished in April 2022. So small square, I'm doing really well. So that should be my stash finished, but I do need to create these for these two. So which one have I still got up? Cocktails. So mini cocktails. Mini cocktails. How did I fill out the national parks one? Oh, okay, so these are, to forget again, 8 centimetres by 12 centimetres, and then in brackets I put 12 PC. Well, in that one I put 10 PC. Poured glue, and these one are partial. Cocktails were partial, not full. Number of colours is 30. Total drills, oh, it actually tells me 8,081. It's a square. They do have DMC. So this was purchased from Paint Gem. I need to look up when I ordered them. So bear with me, because I do have a little inbox for Paint Gem. So, when did I order these? There they are. So, 5th of February. So, 05/02/2022. Let's see if it'll tell me when they arrived. And at least this date that I'm looking up is the same for both. Can I just hit on the tracking? Is it still going to show me? Sometimes it's been too long for it to actually show me. It was delivered on the 2nd of March. 2nd of the 3rd, 2022. How much were these? Dollars they were. So they were $34.90. Okay, and then in delivery notes, I'm going to put it was noted that these were on back order. Just in case I wonder why it has taken a month for them to get to me, it did note down on the website that they were a back order item and they were out of stock at the time. So next thing I want to do is pull out another logbook sheet and do mini houseplants. Mini houseplants. Let me go back to their website because it actually tells me the number of drills and stuff for these, which is really handy. And there's actually less drills on the houseplants than there is on the cocktails, but not by many. So these are also 8 centimetres by 12 centimetres, and it's a 12 piece. Poured glue, these were also partial. Number of colours in this one is also 30, but the drills were 7,840. So you're not talking a huge difference, you're talking a couple of hundred drills. They were square, they did have DMC, and the purchase details were the same because I ordered them at the same time. Now, some of you may know that I do have the space set from Paint Gem as well, but those are for Megan. So while I've done the unboxing, they're not going into my logbook because they're not mine. They were also $34.90, and it also was noted. I can't really speak and write words at the same time, so it was noted that these were on back order. I actually was quite impressed with how quick they came back into stock. I was very excited, so it was very hard to resist getting too excited over it, but I did know they were on back order, I was told. Okay, so I'm not going to stick those on there now, only because they are going into my completed along with the rest of these, so I will sort that. First thing I want to do though is I did grab myself a new pack of logbooks, and when you get a new pack of logbook, they do come in a clear bag. Now yes, it's sealed, but when you lift up the seal, you can then cut the top off, and that's what I want to do, is cut the top off this. So in effect, if you've bought them from the shop, you get rid of the sticky so that I can keep my logbook pages in this and keeps them together and stops these catching on things in my pouch. And then I want to put, if they'll fit, the stickers in the back. And I also have completed stickers if I want to put those in when I put them in my binder things, though I'm not as likely to use them at the same time as my logbook because I'm now doing it as a monthly thing. But for now they can stay in there, which means they can go into my pouch and not get interrupted and bashed or these little lip bits caught. In fact, I think I want to cut it down. I didn't cut it down exactly the same size as the top part, but I actually think I want to. I gave it a little bit extra that it probably doesn't need. So that can now go in there, ready for next month's. I did actually print 2 pictures ready for next month, but I did leave them with the paintings in the hope that I won't forget them next time. They're my extra bits. That's my stash. And this is my logbook. Okay, let's see how well I can fill this out. So if I go to my logbook, I can actually go right to the back. See, look, I've filled in the details for the succulent bowl. I filled in the pictures on that, but I haven't actually done a picture of the completed one. This is how bad I've got and how behind I am. So I am going to write myself a little homework list because this video is already very long. I already feel like it's longer than I wanted it to be. And rather than split this into 2 parts, which I feel could get delayed or put off too long before I actually finish it, I'm just going to do a homework list. In fact, I'm going to type it homework. This is what I'm going to get done for my next logbook, which should be the beginning of June. Let's have a look, because we'll say this is going up on the 25th of April. There is no point in doing this on the 1st of May because I won't have unboxings for my new ones and I won't have finished any. So I'll do this for the beginning of June, which actually is a Wednesday. So logbook update June. So I'm going to put in, that is the video I want to do for the 1st of June. So homework due by 1st of June 2022. Let's write myself a little list. So take image of completed succulent bowl. I don't think I had any further ones that I needed to do. Let's just check, because I've been very good at keeping my spares up to date when I put my spares away. Zesty Wolf is all good. Winter Tree is good. The mystery I did for Margaret is good. Oh, this is why I'd done so many squares. So I've got all my customs. I did all them. All the custom comparison. An A-B mystery. Home is where you poop. That's all got information and filled in. Mr. Quackers is done. Grinch Christmas, I have put thoughts down here. I haven't put any more on here. Maybe let's more thoughts on Grinch. More thoughts on Grinch Christmas. I'll put a question mark. There may or may not be any, but if there is some, I'll get them in there. Succulent bowl, I definitely need to do because I've not even stuck down the picture. Same with Minions. take image of completed minions. So that needs doing. Okay, so that's it so far, but I might have more homework yet. So I'll keep my little homework list here and let's have a look at which ones. So they were completed in April. That was completed first. Possibly that one. This one, I said I completed that in March, didn't I? Square. Yeah, they were both completed in March. So I think I will start with the national parks, because then I can do the two logos together, and then I can do Diamond Art Club and the cocktails, which were all sort of finished around the same time, but I don't mind these being broken up. So images of completed, let's just put mini paintings because I know I'm going to need it for all of them. So I need images of all of the completed paintings. All the mini paintings. I'll need them of the logos as well, but okay. So let's stick the mini one there. So canvas quality, I was impressed with the canvas quality on this, well and truly. I didn't have any problems with any of the canvases. Same with the drills. I mean, the drills did have, I mean, maybe I'll put a 4, but I think that might be a bit harsh. They did have some bubbles, but that's because they were better quality diamonds. In fact, I've ended up putting 5 anyway. They did have, say, the odd little bubbles, and they did have static, but that's what you tend to get with the better quality diamonds. So it's one of those, you've got to weigh up one against the other. I was gifted this set, though I bought the others, the other 2 that I've got to do. But I found the quality, the delivery and the communication with them. I haven't had many companies that has had so much positive and backing and toeing communication with as these. They've gone over the top. Not over the top as in too much, but they've gone over and above what was expected in relation to communication that I often have with companies that I do unboxings for. Their suggestions, their helpfulness, they're going way above and beyond. So purchase wise, I'm definitely going to give them more. I'm not doing time spent. It's bad enough for me trying to remember when I actually did something. So do I still have... So I can see the breakdown and that I finished it in March. So I'm just going to put the month, March 2022. I'm not finding my kitting up, so let's search for preparation and see if it's coming up with 50 million videos. But hopefully it's going to put it in date order. There it is. So I actually kitted this up in February of 2022. And I finished them in March. Enjoyment, absolutely loved doing these. So that's getting a 5 stars. I'm keeping them and they're getting a 5 stars in total because it's been fun in the fact that they're different, they're useful, or at least I think they're useful. I can't wait to do my framing video and have some of these dotted in different areas around my house. So yes, I'm really, really happy with that. I am going to do my sort of final thoughts. So, final thoughts on all done in March/April. I'm going to put that as my homework because I don't think my brain is in the right gear for writing all of that now. I'm happy to fill in the details, but I think I need a quieter moment to actually be detailing my full, did I enjoy it, did I not, what were my thoughts type thing. So I will go through those once I've completed my homework. I will do a little checklist on my homework with you in June. Because otherwise this video is going to be far too long. So I've actually had a quick knock on the door as well to let me know that tea is here. So let me go and eat that, and then I'm going to come back and fill all of these in so that I'm at least a lot more organised than I was. And I'm going to make sure that I do my homework by the 1st of June. And I'm going to schedule in videos for the beginning of each month for my logbook so that we're not in this situation again. Right, I'm back. I've been fed. So, where was I? This is the only thing when I do videos in part, I lose track of where I am. Okay, so I've filled in the details for that one. I need to do all my final thoughts on things, but I can do my little tick boxes. So we've got the Add More Zest logo that was in square. Canvas was really nice. I didn't have any problems with the canvas. It was a poured glue canvas. The drills, not so much. There was gaps in the squares. Not huge gaps, not awful gaps, but there was gaps. Purchase, or the acquirement, should I say, and this is me more going on conversations that I had and have with Coup Deals have always been fantastic. So let's have a look. When did I kit this up? So that was the breakdown of the square. I don't always use the same video titles, which is something. Okay, so I kitted this one up in February 2022. And I kitted it down in March, if I can spell March, 2022. I'm not doing time spent. I'm still going to go for a 4-star on enjoyment on this one. I was still happy with the process. It just would have been a little bit nicer if there wasn't quite as much space around the diamonds. But it definitely was not in any way awful. Okay, the round version of the same. So canvas quality was just as good as with the square. The drills on this one were a lot better. So the drills were really nice. I was very happy with the drills on this one. So I'm going to give that a 5. Customer service, I'm going to again give a 5. I can only go, you know, on what I have seen and had. Their packaging is always awesome. In fact, their packaging is more than I get off many other sellers, so I'm really happy with that one. So I prepared this one in March 2022 and I finished it in April 2022. In fact, I think once I actually started doing it, it only took me about a week, I think, to do it. I decided to just start by doing all the white, and the next thing I know, I'm on the colour and it's done. So, oh, I haven't done final thoughts on them too. So, final thoughts, I'm going to give the square a 4 due to that little gap, and I've kept it. I'm going to give the round a 5, and I've kept it because the round drills basically were nicer than the squares, which is why that gets 1 more. True fashion, as I mentioned, the battery flashing, the battery goes. Okay, Diamond Art Club Mother Earth. I have so many pieces for this. I am just going to transfer them over at the moment. It will depend on how much I write about this one, whether I do just write it in final thoughts or whether I move it over. So I'll do that as part of my homework. But canvas, excellent. Not had a problem with any Diamond Art Club canvases. I've never faced any problems with them. The drills were round drills. Love them. Not had a problem with their round drills. In fact, this canvas was awesome to work on. So I ordered it actually a year ago in 2021. So let's have a look for my Diamond Art Club. When did I kit this up? I've got quite a few whip and waffles on this one. That was me breaking down the minions. Oh, I may have. Yeah, I didn't call it Diamond Art Club, did I? I think I used the app and let the app decide which large painting. And I'm just struggling now to find when I got it prepared. Let's have a look. I know it wasn't that long ago, so it shouldn't take me too long to find it. To find a preparation video. Is that the one? Which large painting is it? That's the one. I let the app decide which large painting. And I've just lost it again. There we go. February, 22nd of February I kit it up. So it was actually February 2022. And of course I finished this one in April 2022. So that is pretty quick for a large painting. Enjoyment, I'm going to give that a 5. Because I love doing this one, and I'm going to give it a final thoughts of a 5. Because sometimes you can enjoy doing a painting, but it not be 5 stars overall for whatever reason, and sometimes it can be 5 stars though something else is not so good. I've also kept that one. Say I will fill in all my final thoughts as my homework. Okay, mini houseplants. I think I kitted up first, so let's do houseplants first. I do need some washi tape though. I do need to still stick these pictures in. I was going to get away, see if I could get away with one piece of washi tape, but I have visions of it just falling out the book if I do that. So, canvas, amazing. Considering these are partial, I was very happy with like the placement of the glue. Drills, again, there was some static with these, but the drill quality was amazing. I'm going to put it as a 4 because of the static. Customer service, I'm giving a big fat 5. Paint Gem have been one of the best so far in relation to contact. So time started for these. Oh, if I could spell Paint Gem right, I would possibly get the right time. So they were both in March, and it may have been April before I actually started them, because I know they did sit for a bit, but it definitely wasn't long. So I am just going to put March and April. They were basically done within a month. I'm not getting precious over specific dates anymore. Not the way I'm doing my logbook now as a monthly thing. Final thoughts is a big fat 5. I actually need to frame these as well, so it's a good job I am giving it a bit of time for my homework, because I do have a video down to do the framing video for these. I have got a gazillion frames, and once they're kitted down, because these actually haven't been kitted down yet, they are, one of them's on the list for this week. I think one of them's on the list for next week, but once they're kitted down, then I will be doing a framing video on a load of the mini paintings. In fact, the houseplants, the cocktails, and the national parks ones. I'll be doing some kitting downs on those. Okay. Oh, I ended up giving it 5 stars again on the drills, and I should have given it 4. Oh, I'm losing it. But, you know, the actual drills, if I ignore the ones with the bubbles in, I was given plenty of extra drills, and the drills that went onto the canvases were amazing. That'll teach me to talk while I'm filling it in. So March 2022 until April 2022. 5 stars on enjoyment. I have loved doing these mini paintings. They've been so much fun. I am definitely keeping them. I can't wait to get some of these up on the shelves in my kitchen. I just need to do the framing video on them. Okay, so that is a nice, good, I mean, I know they're not completely filled in, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not including those ones, 6 new paintings into my logbook this time. I've been very productive, I'd say, in relation to getting some paintings done. I'm really quite happy with how many I've got done really over March, April, considering how busy life has been. So I also need to put images of completed Diamond Art Club, Mother Earth, and AMZ logos. I need completed images of those. So my logbook entries are pretty much in. I need to do a little bit of work, but my stash, which can be the hardest thing to keep a track of, is all up to date. Even the large square painting that I'm currently working on, which is Flying Feathers, I have filled in when I started it. which is always good because otherwise I'll be looking back to figure that out. I'm going to keep my homework sheet out. Let's see how this fits in with both books. I haven't tested a pouch with 2 books. But yes, they do just fit with 2 books and with my stickers. I just don't know how they're going to fit with these extras. Maybe if I just put the washi tape in. No, maybe I can get them all in. Washi tape, Tipp-Ex, and my extra book rings. And what I've done is I've put one in with the book rings at the bottom and one in with the rings at the top. It's not it's not hugely snug fit. Possibly putting one in each would be a little bit better, maybe, but for now I'm happy with them all being in one, and they actually go on a little hook above my desk so that they can all stay together. But yeah, logbooks are updated. It has been far too long. I have a list of homework for the beginning of June. I have it put on my schedule for YouTube for the beginning of June. Sometimes things can happen. It may move to the 2nd, 3rd, depending on what else is going on in June. There's nothing else scheduled for that day, so hopefully it will stay as the 1st of June, and I can try and keep it as the 1st of the month as much as I can. But I'm going to try and make it always near the beginning. Sometimes if it falls on a Sunday, I might move it to the 2nd, for example. But logbook is done. I will try and get my homework done a lot sooner rather than later, even if that means taking pictures of the mini paintings without them in frames. And maybe leaving a space where I could add a framed one later. Or maybe I will, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Try and make sure that I get a picture of the mini paintings done. And then if I get the framing, I should get the framing video done before the 1st of March. Try and remember to take another picture of some in situ maybe, to add them into my logbook because they'll be nice. But at least if I take a picture of them completed, I've ticked one job off the list. But I'm going to try and get this done as soon as I can. Though it might be a week or so, but I'll get it done by the 1st of June, and then I will be completely up to date. I already have, a couple of paintings that will be going in to my stash at the beginning of June because the unboxing video should have gone up by then, hopefully. I'm actually not sure when those unboxing videos go up now. Maybe I'll have to check as to when those go up, but I'll be adding to my logbook after videos have gone up, hopefully. I feel like that's the fairest way to do them, and then you guys know that I've, which ones I may have decided to keep hold of to potentially do in the future. And it saves people asking for the link because they've not seen it, especially people that watch my videos all the time. I've done that before. I think I kitted up a kit with a storage case that I actually hadn't released the unboxing video of yet, even though I'd done the video. Completely forgot, used the storage case and got asked loads where it was from, and had to say, oh, video's coming soon. So I'm trying not to do that error again. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this completely random logbook update, so you can see how I work when things are slightly chaotic. Is try and get some sort of system, try and get a section of that blocked off, and if need be, write myself a mini to-do list. And in this case, it's not a to-do list to go away and come back and do because of the time of this video. It's a to-do for next month, and then so you can see me at least complete that and add in any paintings that I need to. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.